All right, boys and girls, so for today, for writing, I'm going to teach you how to write a professional and a specific email. I've been receiving a lot of emails from you guys, but they're not specific, so I can't very well help you. Okay, so our first job is to click this little pencil and paper icon in the top left corner. When we click that, it says compose message. Compose is another name for write. Okay, so we are going to write a message. Before we get started, we need to think about our subject. So our subject is a short, little, brief description about what we're going to ask about. So I'm going to say that today I am going to ask Mrs. White a question about equivalent fractions. I'm just not understanding it, and 13.1 and 13.2 have been very difficult for me. So I'm going to ask her a question about equivalent fractions. So in my subject, I would type equivalent fraction question. That tells Mrs. White before she even opens up this email that this student has a question about equivalent fractions. So Mrs. White knows that this question is about math, and she knows that it's about fractions. So before she even opens it, she knows what to prepare for. All right, so that is our subject. Our subject is a short, brief description about what the email is going to be about. Okay, just as in if we were writing a letter, we always have a greeting, okay, or a message that we start with. So this message, if it's in the morning, could say good morning, comma, okay. It could say good evening. It could say good afternoon. We always need to make sure to have our comma after that. It could say hello, Mrs. White, comma. It could say, hi, Mrs. White. Could say any of those things, okay? Then, hi, Mrs. White. We are going to have our greeting, or our first main part of our letter, okay? So, I am writing to you because... Okay, I am writing to you because you have to have a purpose in why you're writing. So I am writing to you because I have a question about equivalent fractions. Now, some of you would just click send and stop right here. And we can't stop right here because I can't answer your question because I don't know what it is. Okay, so this is the really, really hard part about students, is that we have to think about what is our question that we need to ask. Is it, how does 1/5 equal 2/10? Is it, which fraction is bigger? Okay, we have to know what our question is before we can send it. Okay, so I'm going to send the question, how does 1/5? Now, how am I going to write 1/5 in an email? Well, I can write 1/5 for 1/5. Could also spell it out like this. How does 1/5 in word form? Okay, but I'm just going to keep to this form. How does 1/5 equal 2/10? Now, that's a question, so we need to have a question mark. Hi, Mrs. White. I am writing to you because I have a question about equivalent fractions. How does 1/5 equal 2/10? Now, you also, before I can help you, I want to know what you've already tried. I don't want to give you some directions on something that you've already done or something that you've already tried. That would be wasting my time and yours, and we all know that Mrs. White is a time saver, not a time waster, right? All right, so how does 1/5 equal 2/10? That's my question. I need to tell Mrs. White what I have already tried to do that didn't work, that didn't help me understand. So I have tried to watch the videos on the assignment page you posted. It's one thing I've tried to do. Mrs. White posted 2 of these videos of this guy named Sal teaching me about equivalent fractions, and I've watched those, but it still doesn't help me. I've watched the visual learning video on Pearson. I've tried to watch the videos on the assignment page you posted, watched the visual learning videos for which lesson? This is important, not just visual learning videos, but for 13.1 and 13.2. Have I tried anything else? I've drawn some fraction strips out on paper, so I guess I could include that. Drawn fraction strips. It was actually on a napkin on my table, but you know, it counts. Drawn fraction strips on a napkin. So I haven't tried anything else. Those are the only 3 things I've tried. So I have tried to watch the videos on the assignment page you posted, watch the visual learning videos for 13.1 and 13.2, drawn fraction strips on a napkin, and I am still having trouble. Is this convincing? Does this sound like we have tried and we've really worked hard to understand and we still don't get it? I think it does. And we're doing e-learning and sometimes we just don't understand things because we don't have a teacher in front of us, and that's okay. That's why we need to send an email to ask for help. Okay, but when you send this kind of an email to me, I can actually help you because I know what the problem is. All right, so hi, Mrs. White. I am writing to you because I have a question about equivalent fractions. Good, that tells me that you have a question. Tells me that it's about math, not about technology, not about my iPad not working. Tells me that it's about math and specifically about equivalent fractions. Okay, my question is, how does, so I guess I could even add in here, this is me revising or editing, my question is, that would mean I could take off my capital H. My question is, how does 1/5 equal 2/10? I have tried to watch the videos on the assignment page you posted, watch the visual learning videos for 13.1 and 13.2, drawn fraction strips on a napkin, and I am still having trouble. Now, this is where I ask Mrs. White if she can help me. So, could you please... Now, what do I want from Mrs. White? Do I want her to record a video of her teaching me fractions because I learn better if Mrs. White's talking to me? Do I want her to see if she can find some other videos online of someone else teaching me fractions? Do I want Mrs. White to call me and see if she can talk it through to me over the phone? I have to think about what I am requesting from her. So, could you please, maybe I want to say, call my mom's cell phone to explain this to me. Or maybe I want to say, could you please record yourself answering this question and send it to me? Okay, there's lots of options. I can help you a lot of different ways, but if I don't know what you need help with, then I really have a hard time helping you. And my job is to help you, and I want you to succeed, okay? All right, so could you please record yourself answering this question and send it to me? Thank you so much. I'm showing her that I am thankful for her. And then, sincerely is my closing. I have to have a comma after that. And then, Mrs. White. So Mrs. White is writing herself a letter. All right, here's what the email looks like. Hi, Mrs. White. I am writing to you because I have a question about equivalent fractions. My question is, how does 1/5 equal 2/10? I have tried to watch the videos on the assignment page you posted, watch the visual learning videos for 13.1 and 13.2, drawn fraction strips on a napkin, and I am still having trouble. Could you please record yourself answering this question and send it to me? Thank you so much. Sincerely, Mrs. White. Boys and girls, I want to help you so much during e-learning, and I wish I could be with each and every one of you. So when we send emails, we need to make sure that we're very specific. Now, on our assignment page today for writing, I'm going to give you a scenario, which means I'm going to tell you something that you are struggling with or something that is just a play scenario that we're going to pretend. Okay, then you're going to send me an email, and you're going to make sure that it has a heading, a greeting, and in the body, you're going to make sure you tell me what the problem is and what you want the solution to be and what strategies you've tried at home to try and solve it on your own. Okay? You're also going to make sure you have signed it and written a closing that says sincerely your name. Okay, so that's our assignment for today. This is how we write a professional and a specific email. If you have questions about that, please send me a professional and specific email and I can help you. All right, boys and girls, I miss you so much. Keep up the good work. Keep doing your e-learning, and I will see you soon.